Okay, so this is going to be my very first recording, so if you find anything weird, kindly ignore it. So this video is going to be about applying to Upwork. Okay, here we are. So this is the job for which we are going to apply today. Both these jobs, this one and this one. Okay, so the first thing that we need to know about this project is this: the buyer, the one who is posting this project, isn't very serious about hiring. He might be, but the way he has given this project presents that he is not very serious, or he is not ready to get the service right now. He is just looking at options, what is available, and a few things here and there. We infer this from his description of the project. It's just one line: need to maintain Microsoft Exchange Server 2016 with hybrid. That's it. That's all there is, and he is offering $1,000, and this is all that he requires. There is no detail, there is nothing which tells what he expects and how long should it take and anything. There is nothing other than this, just one line. And even this price is like a whole number. This is a very general number. This isn't a specific number that represents that the buyer is actually serious. But still we are going to apply on this job. The only thing that we are sure, the only thing that we can use as a base to write our proposal for this job are these three skills that he has, these three tags that he has used to post his job. Normally we use a lot of other stuff. We take that from the description when it is very detailed, to create a proposal around that description. But since we do not have a description, we are going to base our proposal around these three tags. Now normally when the buyer is actually serious and he is looking to hire someone very soon, or at in just a few days, they usually post jobs like this. This is another job. We're not going to apply it today, but this is just an example. See, this job has a very clear and long heading at all, and the description is very long, very detailed, and the buyer is telling what he needs, and he's telling what he expects from the potential freelancer, and the hours that should be worked, and the per hour rate that he is able to pay or he is looking to pay, or things like that. It is very detailed, and it shows that the buyer is actually serious. So coming back to our original job, which is this one. Okay, we can see here that there are 20 to 50 proposals that have already been sent to this person, and the job was last opened by the client 6 hours ago. He is interviewing 2 people. He sent invite to 1 person. Okay, now we can see the bids that were made on his project. The lowest was 300 and the maximum was 1000, and the average is 941. So this actually gives us a general overview of how much is the actual work, worth. How much is the actual work worth? So we see that the highest is 1000. That means that it is actually 1000. The maximum limit that someone can ask for this work is $1,000. Now I am not a subject matter expert in networking, so for writing this proposal I have taken the help from my seniors, my supervisors, who have provided me with the core of proposal. Like the core of proposal can be just a single line or a paragraph that clearly conveys the message that we know what we are doing, and we know what you want, and we know how to do it. that is actually the core of the proposal, and the and other things that we mention in a proposal are to strengthen that core. So now I will click on submit a proposal. Select team, Talix Tech, select freelancer. Okay, network implementation, Microsoft, etc. 3 tags that we have. Okay. I think I'll just go by milestone and giving this won't be a good idea, giving the milestones just generic name milestone 1 and 2. But the thing is, we don't know what the milestones are, since there was no description there. We don't know much, like how soon the client needs something and how fast he needs, so we cannot create milestone. So we can create a detailed proposal after we've had an interview. If we have an interview, for now we're just gonna go by the project. Bid 1000, we receive flana. Okay, one less than a month. And okay, let's start writing our cover letter. I'm gonna take a break and take a look at a few things. So I'm gonna pause if there is an option to pause. Yes, there is. Okay, so this is the core content that has been sent to me by the subject matter expert. So what the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to edit this content to make it even more presentable and grammatically correct, and add a few keywords, a few words that actually play with the psychology of mind of the reader and things like that. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm going to change this could from can. Can is more direct, could is not. These words actually play a very large role in the thought process of the person who is going to read, or who is reading these texts. So the message has to be direct. It must show that I can do, not I could do. When we use the word could, it gives a sense of that we could. How should I explain it? I say that I could get up and no. Let me just come up with a good example. I could buy myself a new bike, and I can buy myself a new bike. Which sentence has more power? I can buy myself a new bike. this sentence holds more power. Okay, this example was very crappy. This is my first recording and my first experience recording this kind of thing, so bear with me. Okay, following are some of my skills that can help achieve your objectives. That can help you achieve your objectives. Once again, these words might look like very trivial things, but actually these words are very important. These words play a very large role in making the proposal strong. What? Custom domain registration of any custom domain registration of you want to use in your hybrid deployment with Office. Custom domain registration of any custom domain registration of custom domains you want to use in your hybrid development. 365. Deploy Azure Activity Directory. Enable air utilization via optimization. Deploy Azure Directory. Is it one word or deploy Azure Active Directory? Okay, this is another sentence. Connect and enable. Connect and enable AD synchronization with your own. Following are some of my skills that can help you connect and enable AD synchronization with your on-premises organization. Actually, we're gonna have to change one line, or maybe a lot of stuff. I have designed and managed various migrations and hybrid solutions for various enterprises. Following are some of my skills that can help you achieve your objectives. Hybrid deployments for all Office 365. For all Office 365 design for all of these design plan, directory synchronization, custom domain registration of custom domains. Yeah, we're gonna have to change this. We're not telling him the skills that he needs or the skills that we will be using on his project. We don't know the details of his project, so we're gonna have to remove the we're gonna have to remove the this you want to use. We don't know what he wants to use. We're assuming something that we do not know. It can be a good thing to assume things when we do know, but this assumption is not gonna work here because we have written this on top. Following are some of my skills that can help you achieve your objectives, and now we're gonna We just have to mention the skills. We don't have to mention again and again, like you. We don't have to use the word you again and again. We just have to use it once. So then domain registration of custom domains. What was the real sentence? In hybrid development. Custom domain registration in hybrid deployment with Office 365. Yeah. Custom domain registration in hybrid deployment with Office 365. Deploy as activity directory connect enable with your with on-premises organization. Auto discover DNS setup. Certificate management for Exchange services in a hybrid deployment and IIS instance on Exchange server. Set up external third-part SMTP or Edge transport server. SSO. Okay, now we are done. This is the core of our proposal. This is going to be the core of our proposal. Everything else that we are going to write in this proposal, it is going to be based around this core that we have just written. Okay, we will start with a simple hi, and now we're going to explain. The first thing that we're going to do is tell him about us. We are not going to tell him our name, since he already knows our name. When he sees the proposals, he knows the name of the freelancer that is sending the proposal. We don't need to mention our name again and again. The name is not important. What important is that what we can do for him. And the first thing that we're going to write here is our experience, so that he takes seriously what we are going to write next. So I will write that I have been working as a, we're gonna use the exact same words that he used in the tag. I've been working as a network and system administrator for about 15 plus years. I have worked in over half a dozen countries and I usually have templates for these paragraphs, but when you're working from a template, it's always the same. It actually destroys your thought process. For example, since now I'm having to think of the proper words. So what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna come up with new words, the word I have listened or I have read recently, the words that are more expressive, or the words that are more stronger than the words that I have already written in my templates. So just give me a moment. Let's take his skills and expertise tag and play with them. I'll just copy them here for reference. We'll delete them later. Okay, I have worked in over half a dozen countries and countries. I have not the third. I have already used. I have once, twice, and it must not be used a third time. Spending more than 5 years on working for more than 5 years on Microsoft Exchange. No, it's more than 5. It's more than like 8. Exchange servers. I am extremely experienced. No, I can come up with a better word than experienced. I am extremely. Okay, let me just complete the sentence. I am extremely experienced with the nuances and all the nitty-gritty I can use a better word. I'm extremely experienced with the nuances. I'm extremely experienced with just a second. I'm experienced with all the nuances of how to maintain I'll just use this exact same sentence. Actually, I do usually, no, not usually, I often use the exact same sentences, or change them just a bit from the original proposal. It actually gives from the original job posting, it actually gives our proposal a flavor. If I can use a better word to describe it, it actually gives our proposal flavor, a unique flavor. The person who actually wrote the job posting, you see, if I've written something today and I read it after 3 years, I will know that I wrote that, even if I have forgotten that I have written it. When I read it, I will know that this is something that I wrote, even if I don't remember it. It's the same. Unconsciously, when the person who posted the job is reading my proposal, he will feel a sense of security. He'll feel, since I have used his exact sentence, or a sentence that is very close to what he wrote, he will have a very familiar sense. He will have very familiar feelings, and that familiar feeling can work to our advantage. We have to use it properly, or it can work against us, since he will or she will, whoever has written the job posting, will know that this guy is just copy pasting our sentences. So we have to use it in a way that it is not obvious, or it is needed. It is the exact word that was needed. For example, here, this was the exact thing that was needed to complete the sentence. I am extremely experienced with the nuances of how to maintain Microsoft Exchange server with hybrid. Now we can remove the 2016. Okay. Stay server, Windows Server. We can leave the Windows Server. Okay, I have extensive understanding of infrared communication system and technologies. I have designed my various migration. Okay, the start. Let's see if there is anything else that we can add here. Let me just make sure that the thing is recording. Yep, it is recording. I think this will do. Okay, now since we already know that he has gotten many proposals already, and this might not be an actual job from which the client is gonna hire, we're gonna end it appropriately. The one thing that I'm very sure of is that once a client calls the people of our company who are actually gonna work on this task for an interview, they will get this work. That's how good the people in our company, in the company in which I work, are. So my main my main focus of the ending of the proposal would be to make sure that they get a call or they set up an interview. Just let me see, where does the person live who has posted this job? United Arab Emirates. Okay, take a 10-hour hourly rate. But this might pose a problem. His hourly rate that he has paid is only $10, and what we ask is $20. 35 hires and 3K, 4 active. Fixed price. Oh, no, it is not going to pose a problem since this guy also hires for fixed price. Unable to boot 1 hour. Okay, that's okay. No, yeah, okay. So okay, apparently this is not a problem since the tasks that normally he pays hourly are of other categories, other industries. Well, let's come back to our work. If there is anything else that you need to know, kindly to know, you can give me a call on Upwork or contact in any other way you are comfortable with. Well, let's actually do it. Damn it, Upwork deployment service. Services and deployment. Set up external third-party SMTP. Synchronization. Deploy. Registration. Deployment. Deployments once again. Achieve. Managed Microsoft Technologies. Okay, programmers are very good at very bad at spelling, so this was to be expected, since we're not grammarians or we don't need to write essays and things like that. Spellings are not our main focus. For some reason, the last 10 or 20 seconds weren't recorded. In those few seconds, I just entered the proposal and submitted the proposal. And this is the final form of our submitted proposal, and now let's just hope that the proposal is accepted, or if it isn't accepted right away, the client schedules an interview. And like I said before, if the client schedules an interview, I am damn sure that the people who are gonna work on this, who are actually gonna sit in the interview, will get the job. That is how good they are in what they do. Okay, with this, the recording ends. Now I wouldn't call myself an expert in submitting or writing proposals. I'm just a beginner. So if there's anything that you would like to share with me that might help me grow a bit, and that would help me learn, that would be very helpful. You can send it my way and I will learn from it. And okay, now with this, the video ends once again, since I said the same things I did before, but for some reason it wasn't recorded. Okay. Okay, so after ending the video for the second time and looking back at the submitted proposal, I realized that the first recording actually missed another part, which was this last couple of sentences. I would also like to know a few more details about your project, just to give a little more push to the client for scheduling an interview. And the last thing was to give him, just a little bit incentive, just to get a little bit of push to make our proposal stronger. The incentive was that I work according to the time zone of my clients, that there will be no delay in communication. This might not seem like much, but when submitting a proposal, we need every last bit of push that we can get, and this last line gives that just a little bit of push. Okay, so now with this I end the video a third time, and I hope this was the final time.